Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, we're going to catch up with Jody and his crazy build in Northern Ireland. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so many of you may have seen or may not have seen the original plan for Jody and his build in Northern Ireland. I call this the craziest build I've worked on so far because Jody's ideas are much more Miami than Northern Ireland. And as you can see behind me, the whole idea and the concept is really, really cool and I like it a lot. So when we last left Jody, he was kind of missing a floor. So he had the walls in place, and you can see behind me here, this was a kind of recap video where we finished off on the last video. But what Jody was missing was the floor, and he was also missing some contractors. Now, with all things swimming pool and hot tub and contractor based, it's super busy at the moment for the contractors and the builders of you that are out there. So there are delays. You are going to have days where your contractors aren't going to show up because they're on another job, because there's just so much construction going on all over the world at the moment, and Jody is certainly feeling that. So he was a little anxious that his concrete guys weren't going to get back to him in a timely manner, but great news, they have, and in this video we're going to see the update of that floor going in. So let's have a look at where he is. As you can see behind me here, what the guys are doing, and I've slowed the video down because Jody only sent me a very short clip, so it's really slow. It was a 6-second clip that I've extended so I can talk over it and talk you through a little bit more. What they're actually doing is they're putting in the steps at the moment. So those steps, they've actually formed just as they've formed all of the walls on Jody's build, and it looks pretty cool. So they're just pouring the concrete, smoothing it out into the forms that they've already created. Very straightforward, but very effective. What does it look like? This is what it looks like, and how good does that look? So you can see there's some clear steps there. It's going to be a nice shallow entry, and then you've got that slightly larger bottom step, which is totally normal in a pool build. So what's next for Jody? Well, it was the floor that he was waiting, the floor that he was worried about. Not anymore. The guys turned up and they started to pour the floor. So it's quite the process, and as you can see, it was all hands on deck. There was quite a few chaps involved here. They had the cement delivered and they weren't pumping it in. I haven't spoken to Jody, so I'm not entirely sure why they weren't pumping it in, but they were putting it into the digger or the JCB, and that was then dropping it in place. I'm sure there's a reason for it. If you know what that is, if you are a concrete guy and you're watching my videos, let us know in the comments. We're always happy to hear from professionals in the industry as well. And this is probably a great point as well to say, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I post 2 videos almost every week, and if you want to hear when they're released, then you'll get a notification, hit the bell icon, and of course, subscribe to the channel. It just gives me that motivation to make these videos for you every single week. Okay, so with that floor going in, the next step is, as you can see, the guy behind me, he's actually smoothing it out or putting a polishing coat onto the top of that surface. And it really does look pretty cool. So what they do is they actually wait for the concrete to almost go off. You can spray a little bit more water on it to make it a bit more maneuverable at the end, and then you can kind of polish it down to get a really smooth polished concrete finish, and that's what the guys are doing in the build there for Jody. So what does it look like? Well, here it is. Here's Jody showing us round with I don't think Spielberg has anything to worry about here, Jody, with those camera skills. However, it's a beautiful looking build, and really, really impressed with how this build is coming along, and obviously I will keep you updated all along the way. Only a short video this time. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If I can help you in any way, please hit me up in the comments, get in touch via the website. No project is too big or too small. Always happy to help. I hope you found this video useful, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. If you've liked this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.